This is your guide to dividing decimals. We're actually going to focus in this video on how to divide by a decimal number. It's actually quite tricky to do this, so there is a little cheat that we can use to make it much easier. The cheat is this: if we actually change the number that we are dividing by into a whole number, so here 0.4, easiest way to change it into a whole number is actually to times it by 10 to give us 4. Now, in order so we don't have to change the answer at the end, we're going to do the exact same thing to the first number as well, so the number we're dividing. So 12 divided by 10 would give us 120. So if we do 120 divided by 4, you could use the bus stop method, or you might look at this and think divide by 2, divide by 2 again. Whichever method you use, it will give us the same answer. So here, 4's into 1 doesn't go, carry the 1. 4's into 12 is 3, and 4's into 0 is 0. So the answer is just 30. Now, because we have multiplied both of these by 10, we've changed them in the exact same proportion. So in fact, nice and easily, the answer to this question is also 30. So as long as you multiply both numbers by the same thing, you don't have to change the answer at the end for divide. Let's have a look at this question. So the thing that we need to change is the number we are dividing by. To change this into a whole number, I'd actually multiply it by 100. So 0.06 times 100 gives us 6. So that we don't have to change the answer, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the first number in the question. So times that by 100 as well. Here, this gives us 600. So we've got the question 600 divided by 6. Well, this just gives us 100. And because again, we've done the same to both numbers, the answer to this question is also 100. The next question, 0.3 divided by 0.6. Again, it's this number, the thing that we're dividing by, that we really need to make into a whole number. So if I times 0.6 by 10, that would give us 6. I've got to do the same to both numbers, so I'm going to multiply 0.3 by 10, giving us 3. So we now need to do 3 divided by 6. Be careful, just show you with a little bus stop method. So 3 divided by 6. How many 6 are there in 3? Well, it doesn't actually go, so we put 0. We need to carry the 3 because we haven't used it yet. Well, our little trick for doing that is just add a decimal point and some zeros afterwards for us to carry. The 3 goes onto the 0, and then we've got 6's into 30. Well, that goes 5 times, so we didn't need this extra 0 because there's no remainder. Only thing we need to add, decimal point, so we put a decimal point here. So 3 divided by 6 is 0.5, and again, because we've done the same to both numbers, the answer to the question is also 0.5. For 0.48 divided by 0.4, again, it's all to do with this second number. To change that into a whole number, we'd multiply by 10 to give us 4. We've got to do the same to both, so I'm going to multiply this by 10 as well. Now if you notice, 0.48 times 10 actually gives us 4.8. So we need to do 4.8 divided by 4. Again, using the bus shelter method, 4.8 divided by 4. 4's into 4 goes once, no remainder. 4's into 8 goes 2 times, no remainder. Only thing we're missing is a little decimal point. So 4.8 divided by 4 is 1.2. Because we've done the same to both numbers, The answer to this is also 1.2.